Hi everyone, how are you today? I hope you all doing great. I'm Prakash, the host from AceFoxLeo channel. So today I'm going to discuss on Microsoft Excel for beginners. So yeah, I know these kind of videos have a lot in YouTube, but today I'm going to share on how to use in a MacBook Air. I also done a lot of research, but I couldn't find any of YouTubers doing MacBooks. But if have, so it's not too much. So I decided to do a tutorial based video on my perspective view. If I miss or anything, feel free to inform me in the comment section below. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content from Microsoft Excel. So without any delay, let's dive into topic. Where do we get Microsoft Excel? There are two methods to get Microsoft Excel, which is we can get in App Store on Mac or we can download the file direct from the Chrome browser or Safari browser. There are two types of Excel, which is one is for free. When you purchase a laptop or a PC, they will bundle up with Microsoft products including Excel for free. Then another type is to purchase the Microsoft 365 on their website. I also have done video based on this. If you are having trouble on that, you can check out the video first in my channel. Once you open the Microsoft Excel on the first time, it will pop up with a page, and on top left corner you can jump into a blank workbook, and in a moment we will do it. On the right hand side you will notice a lot of more templates. It's worth a while to take a look on it. On down you can see a recent workbook that you work on it. Right on top you can search for the workbook you want to work with. Now let's click on the new workbook. This brings us to the new workbook. At the first glance, you might be wonder why are there so many rectangles on the screen. It is all refers to a cells. On top is the letter which is called as column. On the left with numbers were identified as rows. The intersection of the column and a row, it refers to cell F8. It starts with column then borrows the number from the row. In the top left hand corner, it will show the cell name. You also can customize the cell name, but for now let's put it on default. We also can zoom in and zoom out from the bottom right hand corner to zoom in or zoom out. You also can press Ctrl and scroll the mouse to up or down to zoom in and zoom out. Okay, let's start now by entering some data. Now we picking up cell A1. Here I type in a header as sales. We move it to the next cell by move the right arrow key in the keyboard, and here I will enter a date. To move down, here I will press the down arrow or the enter key. I want to track some biscuit sales throughout the year starting from January 2023, and here it get entered. It's the first month of track. I want to track all the way to December 2023. Of course, I can go through type in one by one, but it is so smart. The Excel can detect a pattern. Here, when I click the cell on B2, it appears a small rectangle at the bottom, and when I hover over it, the mouse changes. I can press and hold on that, and I can drag it all the way to the down. It automatically fill all the different months. It works with date and also with numbers. Excel can detect the pattern. There is we need to enter some data on how many biscuit has been sold. Here I put some random numbers on the sales column. By far it is very difficult to identify the thousand separator. So I highlight them and go to the home tab, and in the center I can click on this icon to add a thousand separator. It makes easier to tell which number is larger and which number is lower. So I don't need these decimal places on top of here. I can reduce the decimal places. On the pro tip, you can press Ctrl key together with 1 to open a format cell dialogs. Here you can control what to format on the cell is. In near future, I will upload a video based on the shortcut keys in Excel, and I will show you different other options in Excel. So we need some content on the sales, why the January month was the sales so low. I can add up some notes in column C as a content. I can provide some explanation why the sale was down. You will notice the explanation bleeds over the columns, and I want everything fit in the column C. You also can apply to all the column in Excel and it will fit everything. It's handy little tricks. On the second thought, I want to hide this column so the workbook looks simple and nice. So on the column C, I will right click and it will open some context menu and different action can be made from here. Right down here I can delete the column or hide the column with ease. If in the future I want to check out on why the sales were down on the January month, I can simply unhide the column to refer the note. By simply highlight the columns and open the context menu and unhide the column C. Okay, looking all the data, I think it's easy to view the date first and followed by the sales. It is easy to move all the data in Excel. I highlight all the data and press the shift key on the keyboard and hover over the edge so you can see that my cursor changes and I can move the column to left side and the column was changed. Of course, we can't see all the data we input here because it's not enough white on the cell. Now I choose this icon here and now it's auto fit the data. The data we input here, it is very easy to view in a table view. Beside the home tab, they have insert. On here we got the table menu to insert a table. Now click on that and here it's automatically adjust all the data over here. Check the headers and we are ready to go and click on OK. Look at that, now the table was created. On the top right hand side, it shows table design, so you can customize the design here. Right now, I'm letting it on default. The benefits of the tables go beyond the look and feels. Right here, I also have a total row. It appears here. If I click on the little drop down list, I can choose what I want. Let's get the sum of all the sales of biscuits. It shows 107,550 as per total sum. I almost forgot to include December data. Luckily, it is very easy to add on here. I right click and the context menu pop up. I press insert. Boom, it's create a row. Then we drag down for December and key in the sales. Glancing at the table, it's very hard to tell very quickly that which month performed the best and which month performed the worst. First, I highlight them all and up on the home tab at the center we have formatting section which is called conditional formatting. This allows us to format a cell based on a condition or the underlying data, and we have all the different options here. Data bars, color scale, or you even can create your own rule. For this, let's go with color scale option. Okay, let me try this one. It will apply red for the lower number and green for the higher number. Okay, when I look at the data, I can very quickly tell that which month performed better and which month performed the worst. Now, I want to analyze my data. Luckily, Excel makes it very easy to. First, I want to know what were total sales in first quarter. I can simply highlight these three cells and down on the bottom which is called status bar. Here I can see that the total sales were about 15,900. Not bad. I can also go up to the home tab over the right hand side and click on that analyze data. It's open up the analyze data pin. It's open here. I can simply ask question about my data. and Excel will provide back insights. Let's ask what were the total sales in first quarter, and I want to see that as a table. And right here I can see the sales and there was 15,900. It makes the analyze look really easy. I don't even need to type in any functions or formulas. Let's close the pin. Of course, we can also calculate this on our own. Now, click on this cell. Let's add up the sum of first quarter by entering the equal sign. This helps Excel know that we are about entering a formula. Next, I will click on this cell. Now you can see the formula. The total was the same as 15,900 as you know. You can use this method for subtract, multiplication or and also division. I will also make a video based on these formulas in near future. Please do subscribe to my channel so even when I'm posting a new video you won't miss any content from me. In the alternate, we can use something called as function. One of the popular function is sum. Again, I'm entering equal sign and type in the function name sum, and now I open up the bracket and here we are placing some arguments, basically all the numbers that we want to sum up. Here I simply highlight these three cells, so here you see and close the bracket and press the enter key. You also see the sum is same as over here. Excel has many different functions available. Up here on the formula tab, we can see some of the most popular functions that you might want to use over here. We can see many different options for function. I will also make a video based on these formulas functions in near future. As we going on here, you might wonder what's the arrow keys on our header section in the table. I click on the header and open the data tab over here. You can toggle that on or off. But once we have been on, let's see what they do. Now over here, let's click on the arrow key. It open up a context menu and here I can sort my data. Okay, let's sort from largest to lowest. Okay, let me see to restore it to the original order. We click on the date and oldest to newest, and right here we were back to where we were. Let's say I only want to look first quarter data. I can click on days. Along with sorting, I can also filter my data. I click on days to select all these dates. Let's just select the first quarters only. Here I see my first quarter. Look at the total row, as it also tell me that 15,900. So another way to calculate, and I click on this again, and here I can click to clear the filter. Up to this point we have been looking all our data in table format, but something with a picture or chart is easy to monitor the sales graph. Let's go to the insert tab on the center. It will show us different type of charts. We check on the recommend chart, or you can choose either any of the charts. I open up a recommended chart and here it's recommend a line charts. And I click on OK and the chart appear over here. Now we can visually see the chart graph on how the sales flow throughout the year. On top of that, here have many different tools that you can use to customize the chart looks. And we are going to finish up with most powerful tools available in Excel. And you can use to analyze the data by simply dragging and dropping the mouse. First, let's look at the table data over left hand side here. Then go to the insert tab And here is the option to pivot table. Let's click on that. Here all identify the data and let's place it in the new worksheet and then click on OK. This one brings us to new worksheet. Right down below you can see the worksheet 2, and if we click on the sheet 1 it will bring us to previous worksheet. Let's look at the pivot table around the right hand side. There's something we call pivot table fields. With all the different items, you might wonder that this is the different column that we created early on in our data table. Now what we can do in pivot tables, press and hold on sales, drag down that to value. You typically place something that value want to calculate on. And over the left hand side, let me zoom in. Sum of the sales. How many sales have been made? Okay, now right click on that and on the summarize value and click on the average sales of the over the year. It's the average sales of the year. And so on, you can play with this pivot table tool and learn to do how you want to customize, analyze more information regarding to the data as given. You can also summarize values by sum and it shows the values. You also can drag the date into filter section and it appears here. You can select the filter button by the months and you can see here by we pressing the January the sum of the sales was changed to 1200. If we click on February it's add up the value to 6900, and here it shows us we check on multiple items. We uncheck the January month. Now it shows February 23 and the sum is 5700. Now we clear filter, it will back to normal. It checked 12 months with the sum is 130,550. Now we remove the date filter by just dragging out of the filter section and it will remove. Okay, now we drag the date into the row section. You can see here it's create a table look data with the grand total of 130,550 as we created. You must remember that the pivot table uses the data from the sheet 1 we created earlier on. Now we remove this by dragging out. Now we drag the date into column section and it shows data in column views. Okay, now let's check the percentage of the sales through the year of 2023. First click on the top section of the number and right click and go to show values in the comment box and click on the percentage of grand total and the data will change to the percentage view. As you see here, we are able to see the percentage of output over every month. It's calculated by the grand total of 100%. So this is how you analyze the data using pivot table. Now we are going to see that how you can share this worksheet with others. So you can collaborate working together or send a copy to others by uploading the file and click on share. You will see that invite people to work on this sheet or copy link. Basically these two steps can give you the access to work together. The third one is send a copy. If you click on this, it will pop up to send email as attachment of this file to the person you want to send the file. I hope you like my video and I hope you have learned something new from my video. Okay guys, we are at the end of the video. Before we leave, if you like my content, press the like button as usual, and if you find it useful, please share it to your friends and family, and most importantly, if you don't want to miss my content, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the video I upload in near future. Thank you for watching and see you all in my next video. Peace out.